So to be strong would be to take a lot of discipline in certain areas as a human being. So we're talking um, murder, some of the major sins, stealing, adultery, pervasiveness, stuff like that, right? Another thing is also to know what you're willing to accept and what you're willing not to accept as a reality, right? Um, Perception is everything. So your reality and everyone's reality alters slightly, but then there's a communal reality. And this communal reality is what is basically used as an anchor within politicians, within sports to make money, big business, pharmaceuticals. They all have this anchor of what people kind of believe to be true and believe to be. And if it's not close to what this swing is doing, then people aren't going to invest their time or their money or their belief into it. The problem right now is that, as everyone knows, there's sensationalism going on in the news. There's a lot of problems going on, and you just kind of got people, two different types of people. You got people kind of accepting it and, just saying, okay, I'll let you write my reality and write how my life is, and I appreciate you controlling it, you know. Um, and then there's other people who are kind of going extreme in one way or the other, and those people aren't really helping either. Uh, they care way too much, and the people who are on the bottom, I would say, who just let everybody, tell them what's going to happen, where they're going in life. Those people care a little bit and can be activated to care more. Doesn't mean they're going to. But you might be wasting a lot of time. But it's possible. It's always possible to grab somebody and lift them up. The people who are being too extreme, you're basically looking at the situation through a microscope. You're sitting there analyzing one thing that you favor, that you want to talk about, that you want to argue. Are you willing to go into dissect the hundreds of issues which make up that communal perception, which make up the country, which make up your system, which make up life? No, they're not strong. They're not really trying to do that. We're talking about strong people here. We're talking about strong men and women. They're not willing to do that. Let me see if I can get a better angle here. They're not willing to do that. So we're talking the people were really, and those guys can be saved too. Those are the second ones from the ground, because their perception is so altered and their emotions are so tied into something they know. In a lot of cases, is true if they're more intelligent, and if they have less intelligence, then they kind of just, going with the flow, but deep down they know, they're going with that anchor, but deep down they know. That anchor could be manipulated. The people you want to deal with are people who are proud to be in the middle, proud to be, open to perception, open to realities, open to different experiences, different people's cultures, different lifestyles, different within reality of what the anchor should be going. When it comes to people who are so permissive to anything, burning down churches, shooting people who wear a red hat, or shooting people who wear a blue hat, you're the problem. All right, you're seeing that anchor the way they want you to see it. But the reality is, we're human beings, and we have evolved to survive with helping each other, not killing each other. Loving, not killing. We've had to kill a lot to become a free nation. So I could sit in this car and enjoy this little conversation with myself and whoever watches this. So we're calling on strong people who are kind of in the middle, open to perception, not tied down to emotions. Because when you have your emotions tied too much into something, it's like having concrete feet. There really is, you don't have no control either, right? You're talking about the people. Oh, you're giving in. Oh, you're letting the government give you this money every month, or oh, you're blah blah blah, or your food stamps, or all this, you're whatever your problem is. But when you're so tied into your emotion that's your only view for 40 years, it's the only thing you think about or talk about for 40 years, and you never changed or did anything. That's concrete feet. You don't have any control either. I want people in the middle who are strong, who are willing to call Congress, challenge these people the right way. Because if you call them on some bullshit, they're going to keep giving more bullshit. If you call them as where the anchor should be, as I said, that anchor, okay? That anchor needs to be back to, I would say, the 80s, the 70s, right in there. Right in that little sweet spot wherever, and we incorporate a lot of things from today's age, but we got him talking about the anchor of perception of what is fair and right. And we're not talking about, okay, shit wasn't fair and right back in the 80s and 70s either. We're talking about taking the best from that when it comes to an actual perception of reality on the anchor, of what is right and wrong and what is tolerated and accepted in a normal society, and combine the best features of today and be better, strong people. If you keep accepting this reality, you're going to have the chip. You're going to have the barcode. You're going to have to do everything they tell you to do. And more. And if you look and think about the last 2 years, when these crybabies don't get what they want, shit starts burning down on both sides. Right now you got Republicans blocking filibusters, this and that, because they're not agreeing on money, and Democrats trying to spend $15 trillion. It's all a bullshit shit show because you're allowing it. All right.